Remember, when we first started EVE Online, we have been given a number of frigates, and at the time I was thinking like, oh man, what a bunch of useless ships. Years later I realized there is nothing like that, but instead each ship has been designed with a very specific role. Hey everyone, and welcome back. On today's vid, we will try to realize what the game creators, EVE Online creators, had in mind when they put these ships into the game. What was their vision and how we can use these frigates effectively. Come on Bantam, promise you will grow. Logistics Frigates. One of the most misunderstood class of frigates are the Logistics Frigates. What are they best for? They can support small ship fleets by providing remote armor repairs or remote shield boost. So, this class of frigates by themselves are not bringing in any obvious benefits on the table, but if you are in a small ship fleet, you want to have some of this with you, as they can do remote repairs and save lives. Tech 2 variants bring in considerably more shield and armor repair bonuses, improvement in CPU and power grid capabilities, so if you mean business in the area of remote help, the Tech 2 Logistic Frigates is the answer. Tech 2 tends to be slower compared with their Tech 1 companions, so if speed is the key, Tech 1 frigates are still a viable option. Out of this, the American Tech 2 Deacon brought my attention, so if you guys have a different experience and a different favorite, please let me know in the comments. Fast Frigates. Now again a set of ships that, at a first glance, seems not to have any kind of utility, and yet they do. If you want to build an under 2 seconds align time ship in order to make it possible to travel relatively safe in low and null sec, these ships are viable options as they are in top 30 best organic align time ships in EVE Online. Please find the link on how to do that in the top right corner of your screen and in the description. Is there more in here? Yes, it is. There are Tech 2 variants. It's a whole class of frigates called Interceptors. They got generous bonuses to propulsion, so these ships are very capable to burn in and get close to a target very fast, and if necessary to burn out and move away from the target. Is there even more in here? Yes, there is another class of interceptors, this time equipped with warp disruptors. I have marked them on the screen with the WD as a warp disruptor. So this is a true interceptor. Close in fast to the target, activate warp disruptor. Target will not be able to evade as they cannot have superior speed to do that, and target cannot warp away. Normally, they need to bring in a few more fleet members to complete the job. From this class, I would vote for Stiletto. Defensive Frigate. Another class of totally misunderstood ships. Defensive frigates get bonuses to defense and more middle slots. As we know, middle slots are reserved for defensive modules. Me personally, I was given a Merlin when I first started, but at the time I just could not see the magic in it. I have seen feats with these 4 ships and I have seen people going PvP, so it's important to understand these Tech 1 frigates get bonuses regarding defense. Alright, now we can move for the first time to the good stuff. What we have here is Tech 2 versions, also known as Assault Frigates. Each faction gets 2 of them, and normally one is a defensive Assault Frigate and one is a so-called damage dealer, noted here as a double D, as a damage dealer, which means an Assault Frigate tailored exclusively for attack, double down on attack bonuses but losing the defense bonuses. As we can see, only Amar ships follow this pattern. For Caldari, we have 2 defensive assault frigates, Hawk and Harpy, and for Galente we have two damage dealers, Ishkur and Enyo. For Minmatar, Breacher Frame has been preferred to build stealth bombers. We will discuss about stealth bombers just shortly. It's important to know Minmatar have assault frigates as well, but Rifter Frame has been preferred to build that. Again, we will see that shortly. Out of this, Hawk is good, Retribution is good, Enyo is good. All these three ships really get me inspired and make me want to build more and more on them. Now we move to offensive frigates. These guys get attack bonuses and more high slots. As we know, high slots are reserved for offensive weaponry. Out of this, Kestrel brings me some nice memories, as it was the first ship I actually tried to fit. I was attracted by the offensive bonuses, but I did not know at the time this is actually an offensive frigate. From offensive frigates, the Tech 2 goes to stealth bombers. So what is the deal with those? As the name suggests, stealth bombers can infiltrate undetected even by combat probes, so they are good in recon missions. They warp cloaked, reach destination, and once in there, they can generate cover sinestral field in order for the rest of the fleet to jump in, or they can decloak and unleash quick and powerful strikes using bombs and torpedoes. Their use is limited to null and wormhole space. They deliver a quite powerful alpha strike, but somehow they are lacking defense capabilities, so they are quite vulnerable. As we discussed previously, for Minotaur situation is different. The Rifter Frame has been preferred for the defensive assault frigate Jaguar and for the damage dealer Wolf. If I would need to pick something from these ships, I would not go with the stealth bombers this time, not with Kestrel as well, so I would pick Tristan. Exploration frigates. We know them, we flew them. Exploration frigates are everywhere. Exploration can be an even line activity in itself, featuring bonuses on scanning and hacking and a nice cargo hold capacity. They can be fit for scanning, transport, and even for PvP. Speaking of PvP, there are Navy issue versions for all exploration frigates with improved combat capabilities. The Tech 2 versions, so-called Covert Ops frigates, brings in stealth, improved scanning, and improved hacking. They need specialized skill training, but once done, it will provide superior outcomes. Not only because I am trying to use one ship for each empire, but from this I will choose Heron and Buzzard as they have 5 middle slots, and we can fit that little one extra exploration module in there. For electronic war frigates, we have highly specialized ships that disrupt the capabilities of enemy ships, allowing fleets to gain a tactical edge in combat. As for an example, the Amar Crucifier focuses on tracking disruptions, reducing the accuracy and range of enemy turrets. Caldaris Griffin excels at electronic countermeasures, which can break targets' locks, rendering enemy ships unable to engage their intended targets. Galente Maulus is specialized in sensor dampening, lowering enemy target range and scan resolution. Minmatar's Vigil is focused on target painting, increasing the signature radius of enemies to make them easier to hit. Navy issue frigates bring in bonuses, and there are also Tech 2 variants which are even more rewardful. It's nice to see a fit for an E-War frigate. It will be full of specialized, not commonly used modules, but it's definitely not an area to misunderstood, as its effects are important and with direct application. I cannot choose one of these ships, as each of them is doing a completely different task. Combat frigates or Empire faction frigates. These frigates get massive bonuses of their faction weapon systems, so they are very popular with new players, as there is only one skill to train for in order to get those bonuses, but also with veteran players in PvP actions. As expected, we have beam lasers for Amar, missile systems for Caldari, small hybrid turrets for Galente, and small projectile turrets for Minmatar. These frigates can be obtained through LP stores. For mining frigates, we have the Venture, which is the most basic of these ships, and the only mining frigate available for alpha players. It is affordable, easy to train for, and comes equipped with bonuses to mining lasers and gas harvesting. It has a built-in warp core stabilizer, making it harder to pin down in dangerous environments. New players and often veteran players prefer to go in a Venture. We also have the Endurance and Prospect, which are the Tech 2 mining frigates, offering more advanced capabilities. The Endurance is designed for ice mining, with bonuses to ice harvesting. It has stronger defensive features, such as a better resistance to damage. On the other hand, the Prospect, often described as a direct upgrade of Venture, is equipped with a clocking device, and it excels at gas harvesting and mining in more dangerous space, such as wormholes and deep nullsec. And finally, guys, we have reached the good stuff, is the pirate and faction frigates. And first of all, we have the Astero with exploration bonuses that make it ideal for scanning and looting data and relic sites. And also, Astero is the right choice when it comes of looting the elusive sleepers cache sites. It is easy to fit a clocking module, and also it can be used offensively for combat purposes. Next, we have Cruor, which is a Blood Rider frigate designed to drain enemy capacitor. Many other ships can do that only if the enemy capacitor level is higher compared to our own, but Cruor do not have that limitation. A Cruor will deplete an enemy capacitor down to the last joule, not to be met in close combat situations. Damavik, it's a Triglavian frigate, so its entropic disintegrator will increase damage the longer it stays focused on a target. It is good when there are just few targets, as it can get to unbelievable high damage output, not so good with multiple targets, as each time target changes or goes out of range, damage output level resets. Daredevil is the Serpentis frigate, and it's a combination of impressive damage potential, strong webifier, and the best organic agility for frigates in the game, which make it an ideal choice for solo PvP actions. Dramiel is the fast and agile Angel Cartel pirate faction frigate with significant bonuses to speed, agility, and damage. You can use hit and run or use the flexible weapon system with projectile turrets and drones. Definitely PvP. And on the second page we have Garmor, who propose an interesting concept: longer range webifier and missiles. Crazy amount of skill is required, as getting too close means to be in the enemy's weapons range, and getting a little bit too far means losing the target. Next we have Nergal. I would compare it with a temperamental and expensive race car. The car is so good and incredibly fast, theoretically ensuring a totally easy victory. To translate that in EVE Online, the ship is capable of incredible damage output. The only problem is, sooner or later we will hit a sidewall, which means we will be hit and the ship will not be able to take that hit. Next we have Skybreaker. Its unique Edencom Vorton turrets can hit multiple grouped together targets. We only need to convince our enemies to stay together. Expensive to fit and expensive to operate. Next is Succubus, Sunshine Nation's pirate faction frigate, which can move quickly without the microwarp drive drawbacks. Excels in close range engagements. The combination of high speed and high damage make it a formidable opponent. And finally, to describe Worm, I would say flexibility. You can use any kind of tank, any kind of propulsion, any kind of drones, and this ship will still perform. Absolutely great capabilities and alpha friendly. Worm is also my favorite out of these 10 pirates or faction frigates. If you guys have a different favorite, please put it in the comments below. With this, we conclude our video today. Remember guys, not only every ship has a well-defined purpose, but EVE Online allows to use these ships in ways that designers never thought of. So keep on experimenting and discovering. Thank you for reaching this point. See you in the next vid.
Warp drive active.
All of our tutorials are meant to be seen in sequence. Be sure you have checked on that. Before we go, please give us a thumbs up, it's free. Grow with the channel. Hit that subscribe button and activate notification bell now. Share and always recommend MaxT in your social media and to your friends. Thank you for being with us. See you in the next one.